Look at our new setup. We look so fancy. There's not enough yarn in the background, but that's fine. Hello, and welcome to the Once Upon a Corgi Podcast. This is a crafty puppy interrupted podcast coming to you from Southern Connecticut. I'm your human host, Gabby, and we have all three super sleepy animals with us right now. And this is episode 117. We have a slightly new setup. I've rearranged the apartment a little bit because we're getting new shelving for the shop. So I have a real grown-up bookcase now. These are obviously not all of my books. Only 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.5 series and some repeats. I will be going through and alphabetizing by author as I do soon, probably tomorrow. I'm so excited. I love bookcases. And down here is not bookcases. These are all my 19th century photo albums and camera gear. So welcome to the tour of the corner of my room and obviously some well-placed yarn to make it look like a knitting podcast. You can find me everywhere online as Gabigales and all my hand-dyed yarn at Once Upon a Corgi and onceuponacorgi.com. Thank you so much to everybody for taking a little bit of your time to spend in my little corner of the internet. Said little, way too much. Oh no, that's Crowley. You can see Crowley a little bit. Oh god, I can't. This seeing yourself in the camera is just really messing with everything. Before we get into what I have been working on, I have 2 winners to announce for the Yarnia Designs patterns. Let me pull up my show notes. So the Hannah from Yarnia Designs has donated the Enchanted Frond sweater and the Akern hat to go to 2 of you guys. So I have closed the thread and pulled 2 winners, one for the hat, one for the sweater. And the Akern Hat pattern winner is post number 9, which is CDPViola, who is Chrissie. So congratulations, get in touch with me and I will get the pattern sent over to you. And the winner for the Enchanted Frond sweater is post number 26, which is YarnTaxiDriver, who is Janet. So again, congratulations and get in touch with me and I will get the pattern sent over to you. I'm realizing now my hair blends into the shelf perfectly. Whatever. So thank you so much to everybody who participated in the giveaway. I definitely have a few new projects in my queue thanks to reading through all of those. And I think that's it for administrative podcasty things. So let's get into the crafting. I am wearing the Fireheart Cowl by Tiff Nealon, which has been released officially like 10 minutes ago on Ravelry. This is out of my hand-dyed yarn in the Fireheart and Buzzard colorways on my Cecil Aran weight base. And I'm wearing the Bettine dress by Tilly and the Buttons out of this cotton knit birds, which I've dubbed the upside down bird dress because I'm pretty sure part of this dress is upside down. I'm pretty sure. I'm still not 100% positive. I don't know. We'll never know. And moving into finished objects, you guys. I did not think I was going to finish this until yesterday when I had a moment of panic that I was going to run out of Handspun. So much so that I panic DM'd Amanda of Classy Squid asking if she was going to make more Illyrian Wing fiber bats. She has not responded. So in my panic, I finished my cardigan. This is the Netherton cardigan by Lydia Gluck. I knit this out of my Handspun from the Classy Squid Fiber Co. Illyrian Wings art bats and the Corydale and Romney bases. And you guys, I'm dying. Ugh, look at the sparkle and the speckles and the bits. Cannot wait. This is a cropped open face cardigan. Well, it's got 3 buttons. Almost semi open face cardigan. It's supposed to have long sleeves. We have 3/4 sleeves. And I don't know if you'll be able to see that little bit of detail. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. And this is all the yarn I have left. This is probably like 3 grams worth of Handspun. Oh, I love it so much. It is not blocked. I literally finished this at around midnight last night. I don't know why I looked at my clock. Like, it's going to tell me when I went to bed. I finished it at midnight last night, cast it off. No ends have been woven in. It is not blocked. Nothing has I literally finished it and then fell asleep. I knit this on a US 4 and the ribbing was on a US 3, and I've got my little Illyrian wing and my can o soup. I don't think it's gonna focus because my face is there. There we go. And there she is. I'll try it on because I have room to. I was hoping for long sleeves, but we did not get long sleeves, and that is okay. I would push up the sleeves anyway, so it does hit my natural waist pretty well. It's gonna come out a little bit blocked, and my dress does have some room at the natural waist, so if it does go lower, that's fine. I think that's the perfect length for me. It is gonna come down a little bit after blocking. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I keep kicking my chair. Strings everywhere. Look at that sparkle. I might just wear the sweater the whole ceremony, even though I told Jake we can't wear the clothes during the ceremony. So there she is. Oh, I love her so much. So, ooh, bobby pin. Shot out. I'm going to weave in the ends after podcasting and block it for this afternoon, and I'm going to take some FO photos, but I'm not going to post any real FO photos until after the wedding because I'm paying somebody to take photos of me all day. I might as well have her take photos of my FOs. Look at this sparkle. Can I wear this every day? Such a good knit. Very easy pattern to follow. I think this is my first successful pom-pom. I've cast on 2 other sweaters and ripped them both out. One was, I don't remember what the sweater was called, but I ended up using the yarn from my Mount Pleasant, and then I did cast on the Ishel, but I ripped it out. And I just don't think I'm gonna knit it right now. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna repurpose or destash the yarn. Just not. Yeah, so this is my first official pom-pom sweater, I think. I bought yarn for like 5 of them, but I've never cast them on. Ah, I love it so much. So this is my only finished object. This is what I've been working on all week and mostly yesterday. I picked up for the sleeves and knit them both yesterday. Because panic. Mostly panic. But I don't know what buttons I'm going to use, but my friend Lauren gave me this little Corgi button in the advent swap that we did this year. So I'm going to make this, I think, the center button and then just use 2 small black buttons in it. And it's going to be so cute and I can't wait. Am I really far away from the camera? I don't know. Oh, I love it so much. It's just so bitty. Come on. It's going to be the cutest sweater in the world. I'm going to wear it every day after this wedding. Ugh, I can't get over this yarn. It's still like got a little bit of lanolin in it. Ugh. And I have one actual work in progress on the needles. I am still working on my advent socks, but they're so tiny, I don't think I'm gonna show them again until I'm done with the whole thing. Just makes sense. I also think I lost half the tags, so I don't know the colorway names anymore, and I don't feel like looking them up on my own Vlogmas for a while. My only whip is living in my my Loop London bag that I got at the pop-up 2 years ago now. 1 year ago? 1 year ago. And that is the Leighton House Handwarmers by Meole. And this is a kit that I got at that pop-up. It is out of Wenslydale naturally dyed yarn. I showed these eons ago. And my thought was I would finish them for the wedding since they are stunning and it should be winter by the time we get married. We'll see. It's still in like the mid 40s. It's been 50 the past couple of days. We have had like just one snow. So in case it is cold and there is snow and we do outside photos, I will have hand warmers. I told myself if I don't finish them, I don't finish them, no big deal, but I am so close to finishing them that I think I can do it. I've been working on these while I dye all the pre-orders, and I will put this one on. I think this is the left one. Don't think it matters much. Not sure. Here we go. The pattern itself has you go, so the mitt ends about here, but I'm going to end it here and do the ribbing, and it's got one more Latvian braid That way, you know, you can see the jewelry. I love it. Also, I don't understand hand warmers that go up that far. Like, you can't use your fingers then, and that's why you have fingerless mitts, right? Right? So we are so close to being done. This is Wenslydale fingering weight, naturally dyed. Oh, I love it so much. And I got the sage green. The kits had a bunch of different options. I think they had like blue, lavender, pink, and sage green. I could be mistaken. I'm so close. I am knitting this on U1s? US zeros. Really? Yep, I'm knitting this on a US 0. It's still a little bit baggy, but I think that's gonna be okay. Oh, I love it so much. I just, I did probably from the sock up in like 1 or 2 days. So I think if I can just powerhouse through the second mitt, that'll be fine. They're not good like knit group knitting, but it is good dyeing knitting because then I can pay attention to this for a couple minutes and then that'll give me time for the dye to set. Just hope that there's no dye on my hands when I pick them up. I love it. Oh yeah, here's the, so this is how high they have the mitts go, but we're gonna cut them off way earlier than that. So good. It is Thursday, so Old Lady Night has been canceled due to my friend works at a school and there is the flu and stomach bugs going around, so we're postponing Old Lady Night. So I might make this my Old Lady Night and finish this one mitt. I think that would be a super nice, relaxing night after powerhousing through sleeves. Ugh. I can't believe it's so close. They're so close to being done. Doop doop doop, doop doop doop. And those are my 2 projects. These are what I actually have been working on and are working on, and that's it. I do want to spin. I kind of had the idea of doing a hand spun shift pullover. I think that's the name of it, by Andrea Mowry. Nope, it's not shift. It's her new spin cycle one. I'll put a picture in. I was watching Kristen of Vullenvine's podcast and she kept hemming and hawing over the colors for hers, and so my first thought was, oh, wouldn't it be so cute to do one like my shift cowl? I'm like, what if I spin all of it? So I might try and just spin the contrast colors. I have to go through my fiber stash, but I can't do that until I finish all the wedding projects, which are almost done. Just waiting to hear on the straps, which I am forever grateful for, and block my cardigan, and then and finish my veil, and then we're done. All right, because we have no other projects, I have 3 things I think I'm going to cake up yarn for and cast on. And then, you know, stories behind those. So the first one is, do you see my spooky candle? Look how spoopy it is. I won it in a Jack and Jill that I made the basket and then I won it back because it was so good. So the first thing I'm going to cake up is for the Stoker Shawl by Kristen of Vullenvine, and I'm going to be doing this on my Isaac DK base, and this is the colorway he purred from my An Advent of Woolen minis, and this colorway is going up for pre-orders in March. And I think I'm going to offer some of the colorways in this one on DK because you guys, oh, it's stunning. I can't even, with just like the red, maroony, and purple bits, and just like, this is what I imagine the color of like Rasan's velvet drapes are in his room, because you know he's dramatic and you know he's got velvet drapes in there with his black silk sheets. I can't. So I'm going to cake these up and cast that on. I haven't been wanting to knit shawls for a while, but I saw that and I just love it. It's simple, but it's got little bits of intrigue, and I'm here for the tassels right now. So this is what I'm gonna do before I go to IKEA today to get some shop stuff. Oh, I love it. I can't. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm hoping to get DK into the shop more often. It is hard because I have to hand wind each skein individually, but it's such a good base. All right, our cake up and cast on project number 2. I think I'm just going to cake it up and cast it on and literally just do that and then put it away, because this is going to be my morning of the wedding knitting, depending on how well I can read charts that day. So it might be my knit in the morning and then rip out on the plane to the honeymoon knitting. And that is City Limits by Samantha Guerin Designs in my nightshades. So I got this at Rhinebeck this past year. Look at all that dog hair. Look at it all. And this is Harrisville's Nightshades in their Fever Dream colorway. So it's got the giant piece of dog hair on it. Red undertones to it. I don't know if it's gonna... There it is. Oh, so good. I have four skeins of this for the city limits. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I wanted to cast that on as soon as Rhinebeck was over, but I had so many other deadlines to knit for that I could not. But now I can. Now all my deadlines are almost over. Super excited for this. Sorry, I have like 14 text messages coming through. I'm so excited. I love that pullover. It's, I wouldn't say cropped, but I'm probably gonna make it cropped. It's a pullover with like a very architectural twisted stitch design on the bottom, and then like the box sleeves. Oh, so good. It's so good. Audrey's blocking iron from getting on the bed. There we go. All right, so this is Cake Up and Cast On number 2. Number 3, there's a color theme going on here. I'm just realizing is I got this at Indian Tangled in Rhinebeck this past year, from Lamb Strings. We did a little tradesies, and this is her Live Deliciously colorway on her Tra-La-La sock, which is her 75/25 merino nylon. And I don't have the pattern name in front of me because I'm the worsted, but Pippin Pin has a cardigan, and I'm gonna knit it out of this, and I can't wait. Should I go into deeper stash? Yes. Am I going to? No. Oh, look at it. It's just all my favorite things into one color. And I love Lamb Strings like aesthetic so much. And I've never knit with her yarn before, and I'm super excited to get into this. Just look at that little, it matches almost. I can't wait. So I'm gonna cake up all these yarns today, I think, and assign them project bags. And I do have a little basket down under on this shelf, which I got for plants, and I cannot wait to fill with more plants. Tangent. I have a basket of like heels and toes sock yarn in there, so I'm gonna go through that, clean it out, get it into the stash, go through the stash again, and I've got more D-stash stuff I'm gonna add to my D-stash account on Instagram, try and make some room for Montreal. But if I can get these guys out before Montreal, that's math, Gabby, 11 skeins out for Montreal. But these were never really in the stash, so it doesn't look like I'm making any sort of dents in it. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So those are all my cake on and cast on plans. I do still want to make the ever looming Robe Blue and Agnes top and fantail or fishtail. I think it's fantail skirt. I have cleaned my sewing nook. I've gone through and organized all my patterns. I have tried to get as much of the fabric into the trunk or those tiny little shells as I possibly could. Kind of organized some of my notions and rearranged it a little bit. I have like this weird plastic drawer thing that I scavenged from somebody moving out of our apartment complex, and it's not well organized, but I tried to fix it as much as I could the other day. So I think I'm going to spend this week cutting out all of those things and at least getting them ready to go. I do have the Agnes top pattern and the Robe Blue pattern already drafted to my sizes, so that should be a pretty simple cutout. I do have to buy the fantail or fishtail, I have to remember the name of that one, the modern Edwardian walking skirt pattern. I have to buy that still and make my modifications to it, so we will see. I'm excited for them. Oh, and the Aster dress, I have to buy that too and cut that out so I can wear that to Disney. I just have a lot of sewing plans, but now that almost all of the making for the wedding is done, I can focus on more making for post-wedding. I don't know. So that is all my crafting. That is what I've been working on. I haven't really touched my embroidery. I haven't been spinning. I've been knitting on nothing else. So with that, let us get into shop update and beyond crafting. If you're not here for either of those, thank you so much for watching. And if you are, let us continue on. There will be no ready to ship shop update this week, which you can find at onceuponacorgi.com. But we do have the pre-orders for the Fireheart cowl and brought it over, the twist slouch hat. They are live in the shop. So we have 4 combinations up for pre-orders. I will leave the orders up for a week, and then after that I will pull them down and dye all the yarn and ship them out before the beginning of March for you. So that is our update for this week. Next week we'll be having a massive ready to ship fingering weight update with a ton of bases, sweater quantities of yarn. We are stocking the shop. I am not going to be dyeing much of anything in March. I have the first week to work, and then the second week is all wedding prep, and then the third week is the honeymoon. The fourth week is recovery from the honeymoon, and then going to Montreal and prepping for the pre-orders at the end of March for our An Advent of Wool minis, colors 9 through 16, and color 25 again. We've got a long list of stuff to do, but we have so much yarn ready for the update, and I'll be posting on Instagram those colors throughout the week. So thank you so much. If you can make it to the update for the pre-orders, I would highly recommend checking out her patterns. They are live on Ravelry, and I will have a coupon code to put in here for Tiff's patterns as well. And yes, thank you again for supporting the shop and getting barked at by dogs. Not a lot of shop update news this week. If I just keep turning this way, it's because I'm trying to avoid the glare. Beyond crafting, we have not been up to too much since we last talked because we have been super knitting the cardigan. Besides the obvious rearranging of shelves. Again, I'm going to go through all my books and organize them by alphabetical order, which is how I like to store them because it makes sense to me and the world. And then if somebody needs a book, I can just tell them the author's name and where it should be. So that is my plan for tomorrow, as well as working on cutting out the sewing, working on my plants. So we have our do a little plant. We've got Hiya, our coffee plant that I got at Ikea. She's a little crispy right now. The cat chewed on her, but I gave her a bath and I cleaned her up. So we're hoping she comes back to life soon. And this little chopstick is holding up one of her branches because the cat knocked the whole plant out of the pot. So it's mostly dog hair in this now. And then we also have my little baby Jade. I don't have a name for her yet. I'm gonna give her some time to establish herself. So we've got our little baby plants over here. Our fake Target plants, and obviously our Dundee, our prized possession in this household. So I think once I get this sort of figured out, I can do like a bookshelf tour, because I'm probably going to reorganize the stash and go through that, since we will have the current bookshelves a little less smashed in there, because there's a lot of books smashed in there. And I think I have two bins of books in my parents' house still. I'm not going to bring them in here because it's not a permanent home, but we are going to Ikea today to get a new shelf for the shop. This shelf actually used to hold all the shop yarn, but it is open face and not quite big enough. So we are going to get a taller one with more shelves and cabinet doors to keep as much hair out as we possibly can. Figure since we're basically going to be gone for 2 weeks in the middle of March, having any part of the shelf be open means the cat will try and climb into it, and I don't want him climbing all over the shop yarn on you guys. So we're gonna have something with doors and be official. So that means we're going to IKEA today, and that also means FO photos. I can't wait. Oh, it's I don't know why no one has told me about using IKEA as a photo setup before. It's such a good idea. Too good. We're also doing Jake's grandmother is turning 90 this month. I think her birthday is technically next week. So we have a 90th birthday party for her over the weekend. So yeah, that's our plan for the weekend. And then we started all the wedding meetings. Yeah, I'm just excited to get more into crafting out of my queue instead of obligation crafting now. I am still working on Assassin's Blade, which I have right here. Oh man. I'm on the, I think, second to last novella, so I'm on the Assassin and the Underworld, and I have the Assassin and the Empire left. And then I can start on Tower of Dawn, and then I can start on crying my way through Kingdom of Ash, and I can't wait to redo that. It's gonna hurt so bad. I can't wait. We have started watching a bunch of new stuff on Netflix. I'm finishing up season 2 of Sabrina because I really want to watch season 3. We started watching Cheers on Netflix, which is delightful. As two restaurant people, it just makes me chuckle at the restaurant dynamics of having your work wife and your work husband. Yeah, so that's been pretty fun. We finished The Office for the umpteenth time this year, and I'm sure we will start it again before Obviously, we're going to start it again because the podcast, The Office Ladies, is just too good. And every time they do an episode, I have to go back and watch that episode. All right. So with that, before I start super rambling about bookshelves some more, thank you so much for watching, supporting the podcast, supporting the shop, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.